Welcome back to the kitchen. One thing I've learned living and cooking in Japan is that a lot of the things we eat back in Canada, or I ate back in Canada and end up eating here in Japan, was that right? Sure. Are very similar, and some of them are very different. Like, I still eat lots of carrots and potatoes and onions here, but of course, you're in a different part of the world, you're gonna have different ingredients. Although sometimes you have the same ingredients, but you don't eat them in the same amounts. Am I making any sense? Probably not. Let's just skip to it. The eggplant. I have eaten way more eggplant in my life while I've been in Japan than I ever ate in Canada. In fact, I think I've only ever had eggplant twice in Canada. Twice in Canada. Don't want to offend the British. And one of those times was my wife cooking when we had taken Lilia to Canada after she was born, when she was a baby, of course. Yeah, I can't even count how many times I've had eggplant in Canada. No, Japan. Canada, 2. Japan, don't know. This is what happens when you don't have a script. I thought about what I was going to say beforehand, but I still don't have a script. So really the image of the eggplant, at least the image I got of eggplant in Canada, is a health nut food only, vegetarian only food that is disgusting and slimy and you're never ever going to want to eat. That is just not true. It is delicious, it is wonderful, it's healthy, my kids love it. So today I'm going to cook with it. People have been saying, you know, more cooking videos. Well, we're going to do more cooking videos. Is this Japanese food? I guess because a Japanese person taught me how to make it, my wife. So it's kind of, I don't know. It's food I eat in Japan. Let's cook. Oh, and I have no name for whatever we're making today. It's just stuff with eggplant and other ingredients. For whatever the heck it is we're actually cooking today, we will need eggplants, of course, already mentioned them. An onion, yeah, one's probably enough. Mushrooms, and lots of them because I like mushrooms. Ground beef, why not? Soy sauce, mirin, and Worcester, you know, Japanese version of Worcestershire sauce. I think I put it in there. I'm gonna put it in anyway. Now, on to the chopping and frying. That was probably more than I meant to add. I tend to start with the onions. There, turn the stove on. Throw them in the pot. Next is our abundance of mushrooms. Must chop them up small so Duncan doesn't complain. Remember, we're not critiquing my technique or lack thereof, which mostly is lack. Yeah. And this too. Add it to the pot. I may have overdone it on the mushrooms, but that's okay by me. Oh jeez, I really overdid it on the mushrooms. Next, peeling and chopping up the eggplant. You don't actually have to peel all the skin. Some people do eat the skin, all of it or some of it, but I prefer not to have any skin on my eggplant. That's just personal preference. There's not quite as much as I thought there'd be, but that'll do. Add it all in. I'll just fry that for a bit until the mushrooms and the eggplant are cooked somewhat through and the amount of moisture inside them has reduced. Fry, my pretties, fry! Some of my best comedy happens when nobody's listening or watching. Or when I'm in the car with my kids. That's fun. I really should have a camera going the whole time. But then I'm sure it would just become stupid and forced. Okay, I'm not exactly sure how long I've been frying this, because while this was frying I was also washing the rice, getting that ready. But I think it's gotten enough water out, it's gotten soft enough, it's time to add our ground meat. Now I might have called this ground beef, I can't remember, but it's actually a mix of ground beef and ground pork, and I think it tastes a lot better than just straight ground beef. So we'll throw that in there, pull the paper out, we don't want to eat the paper. Not generally, no. And we'll mix this all in and get it frying. Watching meat fry is like watching paint dry. Boring. Let's have a jump cut. You may have noticed I haven't really been giving any measurements because I don't have any. A lot of the time when I ask my wife, you know, how much should I put in of anything, it's like, well, a little bit, a bunch, as much as you want, and that's about what I get. So that's what I'm doing. Cook to taste. Sure. Cook to experience and error. Sure. Okay, I think that's probably about cooked enough for the meat, so it's time to add in all your flavoring stuff. Start with some soy sauce. Should I use this one? No, actually I think I'll use this one. I always thought soy sauce was soy sauce, but apparently there's a difference, and I usually use this when I'm cooking, so I'll stick with that because I don't know what the hell's what with soy sauce. And sure, that might be enough. Might not be. We'll see. Throw in a little mirin, which is kind of like a sweet vinegar, sort of, I think, maybe. And some Worcester. Japanese version of Worcestershire sauce. And I didn't include it in the ingredients list, but I am going to throw in a bit of sugar. A couple scoops. That's a terrible scoop. A couple scoops of sugar. That should do her good. I think it's cane sugar. And we'll mix that all in. And either we'll have made something good or I'll have made something absolutely disgusting. I'm not really sure which. Let it all mix up and cook. Kind of smells like I might have put too much of something in. We'll see. It's always possible that Kumiko can save it later if it in fact is crap. I'm gonna maybe turn down the heat a bit, let those flavors all blend in, and we'll come back to that in a bit and check on it. Okay, I think I'll add a little salt too. I don't know, was that a little? That was whatever, random salt. I'll add in random salt. I'd say it's about done, and honestly, it doesn't look like much. But then I don't really care how it looks. I care how it tastes. I like to say your eyes, no, that's not right. Your eyes have no taste buds. That's not right. Your tongue cannot see. That's what I like to say. It's true though, your eyes have no taste buds. That would hurt. Ow. So while it may not look like much, it does taste pretty good. Mmm. That'll be quite nice next to or maybe on top of rice, like a donburi. I think it's good. I like it. And if you notice, you pretty much can't even see the eggplant anymore. There are recognizable chunks of it, but that doesn't matter. It tastes good. Mmm. The eggplant is soft. It's delicious. I don't know what people's problem with this in North America. It's good stuff. Not just for health food nuts. Not that there's anything wrong with being a health food nut. I'm sure they don't call themselves nuts. I've just got one more thing that I'm adding on as a bit of a bonus. It's not real cooking and it's not Japanese, it's Chinese, I think. Well, yes, definitely Chinese. Mabo tofu. This is just an instant pack. It comes in sweet, medium, and spicy, and I would prefer to be making medium, but my smallest kids are still kind of small for it. And there's not even really any real point in showing the steps in making it because it is dead simple. You take this spices mix pack, mix it with 180 milliliters of water, throw them both in the fry pan, cut up the around 300 to 350 grams of tofu you have, throw that in, heat it all up, get it nice and warm. When that's done, mix the flavored, pretty much cornstarch pack with a bit of water, dump that in, stir it all up, you're good to go. I'm not going to show you the whole process, I'll show you the finished product. And in almost no time, the Mabo tofu is done. It's quick, it's easy, it's kind of slightly thickened. Like I said, mix those few packs. I think this pack costs about 185 yen and the tofu costs 40 yen. So making that pan of Mabo tofu costs about 130 yen because there's two of each in here, and so you can make it, you buy this once, you can make that twice. It's cheap, it's not bad. I'd like to try the spicier one, but whatever. So that's cooking for today. There are a few other things for supper, but I've got to get ready to go off to work, so that's all for today. If you like what you see, click thumbs up, leave comments down below, that really helps out the video, and please subscribe if you're not already, although probably most people watching this already are. And remember, if you want to send a postcard or something for us to review on Sweet Tooth Thursday, the address is always down below in the doobly-doo. Oh, and if there's any requests of something you'd like to see me make, something Japanese, something you've heard of, something I can possibly make and not really muck it up, leave a comment down below and I'll see what I can do.